The room was aggressively ordinary. Beige walls, a single wooden chair, dust motes in the light. Then, a sharp, insistent ringing cut through the silence. There was no phone. The sound just hung in the air, impossible and real. I searched every corner, but the source was nowhere. The ringing was so present, its lack of origin felt like a violation of physics. Each ring was followed by a strange delay, a beat of silence, then confusion, then dread. My senses lagged behind the sound, as if reality itself was out of sync. The room became a cage of delayed senses, the ordinary turning uncanny. The ringing persisted, widening the gap between what I heard and what I understood. I felt disconnected, a spectator to my own confusion. The sound was everywhere and nowhere, rewriting the rules of the room. As I tried to adjust to the impossible ringing, the room began to shift. The wall rippled, inhaling and exhaling silently, its geometry no longer fixed. Corners softened, the ceiling pressed down, then receded. The doorway vanished, replaced by seamless, breathing wall. The window slid to a new position, casting unfamiliar shadows. My sense of direction vanished. The room became a shifting labyrinth. The chair remained untouched, an anchor in chaos. The ringing phone was now just a backdrop to the room's transformation. I was trapped, not by doors, but by a space that refused to obey its own rules. The room was remaking itself, leaving me utterly lost. Amid the chaos, a new anomaly appeared. A shadow shaped like a rotary phone, crisp and dark on the floor. There was no object to cast it. The space above was empty. The shadow began to distort, stretching and twisting into grotesque shapes. Its cord unspooled like a dark serpent, the ringing now emanating from the shadow itself. The shadow was more real than the room, a performer rather than a mimic. The sound deepened, as if the shadow was screaming in a language of terror. I couldn't look away. The shadow's dance was hypnotic and wrong. The absence of the phone had become a presence, a clue to the room's deranged logic. The room continued to shift, but the shadow remained the terrifying center. Light and darkness obeyed new, invisible rules. The ringing stopped. Silence crashed down. The shadow snapped back to a perfect phone shape. A pale, blue-white rectangle glowed in the center of the shadow. A smartphone screen in a rotary phone's outline. Words appeared, calling, "Unknown room." The message was impossible, a paradox. The call wasn't for me, it was from the room to the room. I was just a witness to a conversation between 2 points of a paradox. The hum intensified, the message burned into my mind. This wasn't a haunting, it was a glitch in reality. The room was a bug in the universe, the phone call its error message. I stood inside a broken piece of the world, watching it try to call for help. The room flickered violently, reality blinking like a faulty bulb. For a split second, everything vanished, just black void and silence. Then the room snapped back to normal. Beige walls, chair, drawn blinds. The shadow, the screen, the ringing, all gone. The silence now was the hush after a system reset. I stood still, waiting for the next impossibility, but nothing came. The room was stubbornly ordinary, as if nothing had happened. Terror lingered, but the room denied everything. I was the only evidence, the ghost of a story erased. As I left, I glimpsed the phone, real, solid, then gone in a blink. The silence remained.